What's up, YeshGamers? Robert the Bruce here, and today I want to talk about thinking on your feet. Now, this isn't focused on one specific class, game mode, or map, but instead I'm focusing on getting you to think creatively in whatever situation you find yourself in. Now, if you get caught up in what you're doing, you can fall prey to tunnel vision, which makes you a much less effective player. Instead, you always want to focus on the bigger picture of the situation, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's dive in. In this first clip, I'm parachuting into Delta for the capture, and a buddy spawns on me there. Now, we know there is strength in numbers, so we stay relatively close, but wait, look at this. I realize after we set up that we're both facing the same direction and only able to watch one fairly small possible entry route for the enemies. I immediately reposition myself to keep an eye on our weak points, and what do you know, I'm just in time to catch an enemy sneaking in who would most likely have gotten us both. Watching as many areas as possible while still staying in constant communication with your squad mates will drastically increase your potential for staying alive in any situation. We all love it when we flank the enemy and find several of them all facing the same way, right? Don't let this be you. In this next clip, I'm in some hectic close quarters battles, but still trying to stay aware of what's going on beyond the immediate threats around me. I die in this area marked on the screen, and I start to seriously suspect a sniper is north of the blood money stash. I know that could really hurt our team. I notice a friendly chopper is hovering right above that area, and right away it's obvious this is the best method for flanking that position and clearing out any snipers. It saves me the hassle of trying to sneak around behind them on foot undetected. Now once I bail out, I'm looking all around for something to give away his position, and, wouldn't you know it, this little speck behind a rock doesn't look like part of the landscape, and it's just the type of spot I'd expect a sniper to be in. Now, I'm ready to shoot him if I need to, but thankfully, like many snipers, he is too focused on his target to notice me, so I know it's much more beneficial to get the takedown. There could be other snipers in the area, and getting the interrogation will either lead me to them, or let me know that, like in this case, it's all clear and I can get back to the objective. It didn't convenience me much to do all of that, and it potentially saved my teammates from a big headache. And this next one, there isn't anything too out of the ordinary happening. I'm trying to carefully fight my way into the money pile, steal some of that hotness, and get back to make it rain on our own stash. As a side note, I seem to always get destroyed by shotties, so I was quite pleased that in this rare scenario, I dropped the guy point blank and lived to tell the tale. After deciding it's temporarily all clear, I head up to start my withdrawal, and this is always the scariest part because you're left wide open for attack. And this is where my friend Mr. Incendiary enters the scene. I keep the fire constantly going because many enemies won't get through, and any that do will be much easier to finish off. Once I get my paper, I'm off to find an escape route, but then something keeps me around a little longer than planned. I notice right here that I picked up a hit marker, which can only mean a bad guy went charging into the blaze that I started. Now I could have left while yelling, "Sorry, suckers!" to my teammates, but that's not how I roll, so I pop back over to a window where I know I'm still pretty safe, and I throw in another treat for the enemies. Pick up some great kills, help my teammates out, and was only delayed a few seconds. A short while later in the same game, I'm running for my life with some cash, snagging a vehicle for a hasty getaway, but I don't immediately get out of dodge. Upon closer inspection, you'll see my mic was lit up, and while usually this means I'm singing show tunes, in this case I was actually telling a teammate where I would pick him up. I noticed he was heading out with cash too and was under some heavy enemy fire, and instead of being that blueberry that drives away obliviously leaving his teammates to die, I communicate to a friend in need, stop for just a sec, and am quickly on my way again. Now not only can he help defend us on our drive back, but we are scoring that much more cash for our team. May not seem like a big deal, but it's these types of plays that often determine who wins or who loses. Sure, sometimes that short delay will get the vehicle RPG'd by an enemy, and we both die, but more often than not, we will both make it out alive. Now, if you play this game scared to take any risks in any situations, you're going to miss out on a lot of really great moments. I hope this video helped you think a little differently on the battlefield. Being aware of the bigger picture and not just the immediate threats around you can really take your game to the next level. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.
Start talking now!